Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Vikings Season 6, Episode 16. We are kind of rolling towards the end here. After this episode, we only have 4 episodes left? 3? Yeah, 4. So I'm officially past the halfway point of the season. Very upsetting because I really don't want this show to end. Although I just don't know how they're going to end it now that all of these really big storylines have come to a close. Like, Oleg is dead, right? So that it's kind of the end of that storyline now. The only real thing that we have to look forward to is maybe conflict with Harold's kingship and Ivar and Vitsark going there and threatening that. And then we have Ivar and Vitsark themselves. There's a conflict there. There's a prophecy there, if you want to call it that, where one of them is going to die, get killed by the other. They kind of have a very love-hate relationship, Vitsark was saying. So I don't know how that storyline is going to end. Gunhild is dead. She died last episode. Like she was saying to Bjorn when she went to his side after he died, and she was like, the golden age of Vikings is truly over. It's truly over. And I think with her death, it is truly over. Now, I think I saw a couple comments a few episodes ago about, historically, the golden age of Vikings would have ended with Harold, but it's also different because in this show they have different kids, and Harold was this person's kid in real life, and this person was this person's kid. So I don't think that Harold is going to die with this golden age of Vikings concept being wiped out. I don't think he's going to die. I think he's going to make it to the end of the show, but I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I didn't think that Gunhild was going to die, so clearly this show likes to throw us for many, many loops. So I'm going to dive right into episode 16, though. Don't really have that much to predict. Ube's storyline is actually getting a little bit more fascinating now because Oter is a very interesting character to me, how much lying he's done, who he actually is, what he represents. And it's just fascinating to me. And Ube has been reminding me a lot of Ragnar and what his goals were in the beginning of the show. His need for exploration, his need to explore new lands, right? And Ube is doing just that, and he's surviving. They had no food, no water when they escaped Shettle. So, it was kind of like a miracle that there was a storm and they got rain. And I just really enjoyed that scene because it didn't have any plot. It didn't have any, side conversations or side motivations happening there. It was straight up. It was just, they were in a very shitty situation and a miracle happened. And it was just cool seeing all their reactions to that and how grateful they were to the gods. So don't know where they're ending up. Byzantine was talked about, but he said, Oter was saying that he was there as a monk. But, yeah. So I'm going to get into the episode. Shut up. Get right into it. So without further ado, let's get into episode 16. Okay, I am on 1 minute and 35 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's a real ship.
Oh, that's definitely Ivar. Also, I'm sorry if you hear vague guitar sounds. The people upstairs, I'm dog sitting for my dad, and the people upstairs are playing guitar. He's actually shredding it. He's pretty good, so I can't even complain. Wow, they fucking hate his ass. Reasonably so, but damn. I thought that their return was gonna be just straight attacking approach, but they're straight up just going in and talking to them. That's bold.
What brought you back?
This is our home.
You were fighting with the Rus.
To reclaim our home.
Yeah.
From your own brother.
Brothers fall out. They may even end up fighting on different sides. You know that too well.
With Hofton.
King
Yeah.
Harold.
You can't tell me that the people of Kattegat don't still revere and worship our father.
I think we should have a feast to celebrate this new and unexpected accord. All is well with the world. Wouldn't you agree?
Here's the thing, though. Even if Ivar wanted to take his throne, he doesn't have the tools. He doesn't have the power. He doesn't have Oleg. That was the deal. Oleg was going to throw him a bone, and Ivar was going to throw him a bone, help him out there. Obviously, one thing led to another. That didn't end up happening. But now what? Does he just sit and wait? Does he just submit? Does he truly support Harold, and does he not care anymore? Did Igor give him a new perspective of kind of, I see how power corrupts even the most innocent, so maybe I don't want it? I don't know if it's that deep, but I don't see how he's going to get that without killing Harold.
2 of Ragnar's sons have returned home. Many of you are not in favor of their return. Ivar regrets the way he ruled here. He was young, and his brother Vitzek. He never meant to kill Lagertha. How could he ever mean to kill such a goddess? They are who they are, but they are also sons of Ragnar. And we should be overjoyed that they have decided to come here and share the future with us.
I wonder what Ivar's thinking, because it seems like he's thinking about something, and I want to know what that internal monologue is happening. I want to know what it's like inside his head right now. He seems upset.
So tell us, Ivar, is it true you're a god?
Oh, shit. You don't want to piss him off. You don't want to piss him off. He's still Ivar at the end of the day. He'll still beat a motherfucker's ass. What? What? Okay, I was gonna say, are they laughing with him or at him? Because if they were laughing at him, oh, it's over. These hoes are about to die. But they're laughing with him, so that's fine. Like, they're all just gonna start dropping like flies. Sorry for the minor interruption. I have a little friend here. I'm dog sitting for my dad, and this is the tiny individual that I'm dog sitting. Say hello, Betsy. All right. Anyways, back to the show. I'm on 19 minutes and 5 seconds, future Carly. 1, 2, 3, go. Yo, that reminds me of Ragnar. That reminds me of right after Gita died, and Ragnar was in this same exact beach talking about Gita. The parallels, man. Lots of parallels to Ragnar. Everything about Ragnar.
In a way, oh ancient one. I'm not sure I should have returned. Harold is suspicious that I've come to overthrow him.
For Ivar, connecting nothing with nothing. Think of your father, sat here, dreaming his dreams.
Then here is not my fate.
I cannot advise you, but I saw in your pocket a possible answer to your question.
His pocket?
Eye for the boneless.
So is the seer, because the seer's dead, are they just talking to him spiritually, or are they just, is this like their inner monologue? Kind of confused about the whole seer situation, because I fully thought the seer died, and he did die. So is he just in their heads? Is he just a soul, a spirit? Oh. Oh. I can't deal with that right now. I feel like by the end of this season, we're going to get some type of Ragnar.
Dear brother,
Something emotional with
must
Ragnar.
have celebrated your arrival in this great hall. What have I really done in life? Huh? I was a drunk. profligate. The only two women I've ever loved both met miserable ends. Never had any children. I follow Ivor around like a shadow, and the gods must despise me. But you must know all about this by now, Pierre. You must hear their conversations, which is why a kind word from you would only lacerate my soul.
Do not think
Who's
so
that?
unkindly of the gods. I will spend the night with you.
What?
If you desire it.
What? Is she supposed to represent temptation or something? Eden? Or Eten? I know that's a different religion, but same concept.
Being king brings so little pleasure, so little satisfaction. There's an illusion of power that induces inside you a kind of madness. Isn't it true, Ivor? Admit it.
Yes.
Well, at least you have brothers to talk to. I have no one. I'm always alone.
Your brother Afton is here. He's listening to us right now. Everyone is around us.
Oh.
Don't you believe that?
Halfdan is gone. It's a long time ago now. Do you think he would come to visit me? I hope the gods forgive me. But I don't think it's possible.
That was a good conversation. It's like Rollo and Ragnar. They fought. They wanted to kill each other. Where is Rollo? Whatever happened to Rollo? Are we gonna get a Rollo tease before we finish this show? Because I totally forgot Rollo even existed. But I remember in season 5 they teased him out. You know, they give us a little cutscene, and he was back for a little bit. But I want to see him. Even if he dies and we see him, what if he went to Valhalla instead of heaven? That'd be crazy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I thought that was Vitzerk. Looks a lot like him. What?
People think that you are not a threat, but I know differently.
You are ruthless.
Out of all of my sons, it was
Be
you
ruthless.
I wanted to bring here. You do not think like other men. You are unpredictable. What is in here is a gift. You must make him pay for it. Use your anger intelligently. One day the whole world will know and fear Ivor the Boneless.
I'm gonna like cry right now.
Be ruthless.
Be ruthless, yep. What does that mean though? Clearly it means something with Vitzerk. Is he gonna go kill Vitzerk? He's thinking about doing something very harsh. Oh, I thought that was the end of the episode. It's like, very interesting cliffhanger they got going on there. I do feel bad for Vitzerk, though. His little conversation with himself that he had where he really hasn't amounted to anything in life, at least by Viking standards. It made me feel bad for him because he's never been good enough. He's always taken a back seat as a brother, you know? I'm sure many people's favorites are Vitzerk, but he's not everybody's favorite because he really hasn't, you know, done much. He's not the one in the spotlight. Go to sleep, man. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Let me sleep. I got no food, I got no water, and now I gotta listen to this asshole? Come on. Good. That's what I would do. Oh, they sang this.
Hogva Manogana.
Didn't Hofton sing this?
Hogva Manogana.
Whew. He's fucking pissed. Jesus, I got chills a little bit. I get chills so easily, but that gave me chills, yeah. So, didn't they sing that before some type of battle? Why is he so angry? I don't get it.
Ingrid told us that in time of peace we would have no choice but to fall out with each other. Unless there is still something left for us to do together. There is. And this is it.
What? What does that mean? What does that mean?
In England, we have a foothold in York, in Mercia and Northumberland. But Wessex remains powerful. Remains the last great kingdom of England. Its king, Alfred, receives homage from all the Saxon tribes. And if we leave his kingdom alone, then surely he will destroy our settlements and regain all his lost fiefdoms.
This is so cool. I forgot about Alfred.
They tell me that all our great heroes are dead. Perhaps you believe it. Is it for this that Ragnar Lothbrok died? Is it for your easy living, your temperate days, that he sacrificed his life? I watched him wretched in his cage above a pit of vipers, and I heard his last words. He wanted no pity. Since his death, the Christian plague has spread across the world, even infecting our Rouge brothers. Forget about your comfortable existence. Come with me and conquer King Alfred. Come with me and conquer England and all of its riches.
Wow.
Be like the gods and reach for Valhalla!
Wow. That's it? Yep. All right. Where do I even begin with that? I don't know. It seemed like the smile was kind of fading from Harold's face in that last scene when they were all like, "Hail Ivar, hail Ivar." I mean, how does that make you feel when you're the king and you don't even have the support of all the people? This guy comes back after being hated, and in less than a day, he gains everybody's support back because it helps that he's Ragnar's son, but also he's Ivar. He's got that charm about him that maybe was passed down from Ragnar, but he's got humor. You know, when they were like, "Ivar, are you a god?" Instead of getting all mad and going psycho like previous Ivar would, he made a joke out of it. He demonstrated that he wasn't a god. He's a humble human. He's humble. That's all I really have to say. So he fell down and he made people know, my legs don't work. I'm human. I'm not a god. If I were a god, why would I make myself a cripple? Basically. And everybody got a kick out of that. So I think that they, from that moment on, were in good cahoots with Ivar. And then now with this vision or this little alliance that he has with Harold and Witzerk and just all of them working together to, I guess now go to Wessex and conquer the last kingdom of England, which is pretty fucking cool, if you ask me. I was wondering last episode how they were going to set up the last couple of episodes of the show, how it was going to go down, and I'm down for this. It doesn't seem like it was abrupt or out of nowhere. They're revisiting a storyline that existed in season 5, which is the whole Wessex Alfred storyline. We've seen Alfred. Alfred was depicted as very young in this show. He was a younger king, so I guess he'll still be ruling for quite some time. So, pretty cool. Pretty interesting. I'm interested to see how this goes down with them trying to go to Wessex and make all of that happen. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I don't know what's going on in Wessex at this point in time, like politically. So it'll be interesting to see just the strategies that they use to actually intercept and possibly take over Wessex. I'm also curious to see what Rollo is doing. I feel like he hasn't been mentioned in a while. Maybe he won't come back, but I feel like that's just a slap in the face to the viewers because people like Rollo and Floki, they need to, just one scene, even if we saw him at the end and he was dead, just knowing that he was dead, I'd be satisfied with that. I feel like we haven't gotten much information about what he's actually doing, despite what we saw in, I think it was season 5. So, I don't know. I would like to see a little more of him. Obviously, I would like to see Floki. I do not think that they would close out this story, close out this saga without showing Floki. That would be a fucking tragedy. I would actually be upset. I think they're just saving it, maybe, hopefully, possibly. And I think we're going to get some pretty emotional scenes coming up. I felt myself getting emotional this episode, too. I feel like all of the brothers have various characteristics of Ragnar, and Ragnar is such a huge focus on this show. Crazy. Like, many seasons later, he's just such a constant in the show where even just a mention of Ragnar, even just a cutaway to a scene of Ragnar can evoke such emotion in us, in the viewers that watch the show, because he was just such a crazy, powerful character. He's just, what's the word? Is it everlasting? He's just, he is immortal, I should say. He lives on through the words of people. He lives on through the legend that is spoken about him. And I really liked that they included the Be Ruthless scene of Ivar and Ragnar, because I think that it was a good reminder to Ivar to be just that. Be ruthless. Don't become too sentimental and too humble, because that is what made you, your ruthlessness. I'm not going to say evil, because he's not evil. Well, maybe. That's an argument for another day. But his ruthlessness is what makes him Ivar. So Ragnar's conversation and him remembering that conversation is him remembering to evoke that. And I thought that he was going to go and kill Vitzer, kind of like a loose end for him. Not really on his side, not really against him, but not really on his side. Not really worth anything. I don't know if he would kill his brother. I don't know if he would do that, but obviously they've been talking to each other about this prophecy that the seer said, and Ivar was even talking to the seer. So I think it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. Ube also reminded me a lot of Ragnar this episode, just with his singing. I don't know the name of the song, but we have heard that song before. His screams, the way that he widens his eyes when he looked at Oter, kind of like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, shut up. Let me sing my Viking songs. You shut up with your bullshit over there. Like, I'm the captain. I'm in charge here. And I'm not dealing with any of your bullshit. So I really enjoyed that about Ube. I think Ube has always reminded me of Ragnar the most. Bjorn a little bit more recently, like towards his death. The last couple of episodes, he was reminding me of him in terms of his intensity. But it's always been Ube. It's always been Ube that has wanted to explore new lands, which is exactly what Ragnar wanted in the early seasons of the show. Bjorn reminded me more of Ragnar towards the later seasons, like season 4, I should say, season 3 or 4. Whereas Ube reminds me of Ragnar in those early days, in those season 1, season 2 days. So I have a feeling that this is going to get a lot more emotional as we progress through. And it's going to be a roller coaster. We got 17, 18, 19, 4 episodes left of Vikings, y'all. I'm taking it slow because I want to savor it, man. I'm so upset that this show is coming to an end. I'm rewatching it with my dad through his eyes, so it's cool to experience it through that, but it's just crazy. It's been going on for so long. This show has, again, such an emotional meaning to me. I will love this show forever, and it will always have a special place in my heart. So it's sad to see it end, and I've been satisfied with this half of season 6 so far. I think they've been crushing it. So hopefully they tie up these storylines in a satisfying way. Nobody that I like dies, and we see maybe Ragnar and Bjorn and Fam in Valhalla. That would be a cool scene. We haven't really seen Valhalla. I want it to be done in a non-cheesy way, but even just seeing Ragnar in Valhalla, like, that will kill me. That will kill me. Or just anything with Ragnar. Anything. Just give me something to cry. Give me something to get emotional over, because I need that shit. So, yeah, I'm going to shut up and get into episode 17 right now. So, yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already. And I will see you guys for episode 17. All right, bye, guys.